Hello, and welcome to another Tuesday Truth with Thera-Mom. I'm Kelly Richardson, and happy Tuesday. Please excuse the blank walls. We are actually repainting the entire inside of our house right now, so there's boxes and nothing on the wall up. And it's just kind of goes along with everything else in our life right now that feels like everything's upside down. So why not paint your inside of your house when everything else feels crazy? Good timing. So glad you're here. September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and so that's what I'm going to tie today's Tuesday Truth into. And today's Tuesday Truth is that every teenager needs to have 2 or 3 trusted adults in their phone. And we as parents need to facilitate that, encourage that, and talk to our teenagers about who are 2 or 3 trusted adults who they know if they need anything or if something happens and they need to reach out and they don't want to reach out to us as parents because they're embarrassed or they're afraid we're going to get angry, that they have these trusted adults. And kind of by definition, a trusted adult, I always say it's kind of the always adult. It's the adult that your teenager knows will always be there for them. Specifically, hopefully without judgment and able to help. And it's an adult who they trust to be there, who will believe them and take what they're saying seriously and help direct them and guide them in which way is the healthiest and best way that, for whatever's going on. I know, like for my daughter, I make her, in her phone, that person has, a heart next to them, because when they're feeling upset, sometimes it's overwhelming to figure out who am I going to talk to. And so often, who do our teens turn to? They turn to their fellow peers and their other teenagers. And there's some subjects and some issues where it's too much for another teenager to take on. And they don't necessarily always give the best advice. And so our teenagers, as we're going through this kind of suicide prevention month, and we know right now, during this pandemic, suicide rates and especially suicide ideations, the thoughts about suicide and the thoughts of feeling overwhelmed and too stressed and too sad are rising because our kids are isolated, and depression is rising and anxiety is rising. So we're seeing these suicidal ideations rise. Our teenagers more than ever need a trusted and safe adult that if they're feeling overwhelmed or they need to talk to somebody that's not their friend, if they know that, maybe something's going on and they just can't share it with a peer, or their friend says, I don't know how to help you, they have this trusted adult in their phone automatically there who they know without judgment they can go to, they can talk to, and that person's going to guide and direct them on whether it's coming to talk to us or how to get help for it, or maybe helping them find a professional, whatever they need. Every single teenager needs 2 or 3 of these in their phone, because if their instinct is to go to their friends, and if their friends are telling them maybe, I don't know, I'm overwhelmed, I'm dealing with my own stuff, I can't help you. We don't want our teens or adolescents to feel especially isolated. And one of the things about suicide prevention we have to be so aware of is within teenagers, suicide is the second leading cause of death behind accidents. So that means it's a large thing a large issue we have to talk about and be mindful of, and make sure our teens are aware of their mental health, and that they have somebody safe, 2 or 3 trusted adults safe in their phone if they need to talk to somebody. I know that I want my daughter, as much as she might not, or my sons, they might not want to talk to me about certain situations, and I get it. I mean, there's things you don't want your parents to know. As long as they have a couple of trusted adults in their phone that I know are people that will give good, solid advice, that have their best interest in mind, and who are always going to be there for my kids, I'm okay with them reaching out to those trusted adults. So today's Tuesday Truth, short but sweet. During this time when we're talking about mental health and we're aware of the issues that our teenagers are going through right now, where they may need a little extra comfort, they may need a little extra support, they may need a little extra adult guidance right now, having 2 or 3 numbers in their phone, little hearts or stars or unicorns or whatever they want to put by those trusted adults' names. So if they're feeling upset, they find that person, they're in their phone, they reach out to that adult and just say, hey, I need help, or hey, I'm struggling. Or maybe it's their friend is struggling, they don't even know how to help their friend. They can reach out to a trusted adult. How do I help my friend with this? Trusted adults are part of our village, their village, our kids' village. And the only way we get our kids, through life is by having a good village. So encouraging that could be an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, an older sibling, a best friend's parent, a neighbor, a grandparent, an ex-babysitter, all kinds of options, a coach, a teacher, 2 or 3 people who are there always adults, the adults who will always be there to help them if they need guidance, words of advice, strength, help with a situation that's overwhelming, just to talk. And those are the things we can do to promote mental health for our teenagers. And right now, more than ever, that's so important. All right, Tuesday Truth. Get 2 or 3 of those adults in your teenager's phone. As always, love, love, love on your teenagers, especially right now. Offer them a lot of love. Offer them grace if they're grouchy. I know mine can be. And I'll see you back here next week for another Tuesday Truth. I'm Thera-Mom, and have a great week. Bye-bye.